Hi, my name is David, and right now I'm going to talk to you about one of my most favorite aftermarket Surfskate decks. This deck is made by Krooked. It's called the Evil Bird 2. It's designed by one of my favorite skateboarders, Mark Gonzales, super prolific, really talented street skater for decades. He hand designs these large boards, and I found that it's a very functional size and shape for a surf skate. So I'm going to go ahead and read you off the specs are. They call it 10.75 inches wide at the widest point, which is about down here. The length is a total of 33.875 from tail to tip of the nose. Wheelbase 16 inches from the inner bolt holes. The nose length, which I actually really like this, it's a 6.9 inch nose, which is considerably longer than most surf skate deck noses, which I think makes it pretty functional. Brian Tracy, the owner of Status Skate Shop, actually rides one of these Evil Beamers on one of his personal setups, and he pointed out to me that it's pretty ideal that you've got 2 inches of space from the front bolt holes moving forward towards the nose, where the deck actually remains totally flat, and so you can modify the wheelbase up to 2 inches greater in length without having to worry about the upward turn of the nose messing with your angles and potentially having to deal with angled risers and such. So for my second Evil Beamer deck, I'm probably going to get my Kim's wheelbase mod tool out and take this up 1 to 2 inches to give myself a 17 or 18 inch wheelbase. And then the bottom is pretty cool. So he has these cutouts here and here, as well as down here, and a lot of people tend to look at these and call them wheel wells, and Mark Gonzales is a pretty interesting, eccentric guy, and he's like, no, I didn't cut these out to be wheel wells. He calls them veneers, and he says he cut these out just to shave off some excess weight. He just did that to make the deck slightly lighter. One of the other things I really love about this board is this tail is so wide. I have a size 13 shoe, and I get a lot of purchase on this tail. Which to me just feels super comfortable, and it has a very unique concave design. The outer sides of the deck are actually pretty flat, and then you have this middle part that actually concaves down a bit deeper here. So you have this pocket that runs almost the entire length of the board, and functionally I don't know exactly what that does, but I kind of like it. It feels fun. It's a very different feeling deck to me, and it's just cool to me to be able to ride like a Mark Gonzales Krooked deck. For me personally, coming from a skateboard background, and yeah, I find I can kind of do a lot of the surf skatey things I like to do, or skateboard type tricks and stuff. For my skate park decks, I don't like any flex at all. I find that the flex throws my weight around and causes me to lose my balance. These Krooked decks are super solid with virtually no flex, which make them ideal for my style of park riding. I thought this deck was so nice, I bought it twice.